Welcome to I Love English TV.
Real English fluency. Shadowing practice. Hello, everyone, and welcome to English with Danya. Today, I want to talk to you about something very important. Something that many English learners don't even notice. It's a small problem, but it makes a big difference in the way you speak English. I've been teaching and listening to many students, and I noticed something very interesting. Some learners have a high level in English. They know grammar, they can read articles, they can understand movies, and even write good essays. But when it comes to real life, they find it difficult to express simple things. They can talk about big ideas, but not about small actions. For example, they can say, "I believe communication is important in our society. That's great. But when they want to say something like, "I buckle my belt," they stop and think, "Wait, how do I say that in English?" And that's what I call the real English problem. You see, many learners spend years studying academic English. The kind of English we learn in schools, in books, and exams. It's useful, yes, but it's not the English that people use every day. Real English is simple, but it's also powerful. It's the English of everyday life. The words and sentences that describe what we really do. For example, I trim my nails. I trim my nails. I scratch my head. I scratch my head. I wipe the table. I wipe the table. I tie my shoes. I tie my shoes. These are simple actions, but they are the real foundation of language. Just like a child learns to say eat, sleep, or sit before learning big words, you also need to learn these small, real actions. Because that's how you build true fluency. Step by step, action by action, word by word. So, in today's episode, we'll talk about this problem, and I'll show you how to fix it. How to learn real English. The English of life. English that helps you speak naturally and confidently. Are you ready? Let's get started. You know what? One big reason why many people struggle with real English is the way English is taught in schools. Let's be honest. School English is often confusing and messy. You study many books, many topics. But in the end, you can't really speak English. You can write, you can read, but when someone talks to you, you freeze. You don't know what to say. Why? Because the system teaches the wrong things first. We start with the alphabet. But English is not just letters. It's sounds. Nobody tells you that CH sounds like ch and that SH sounds like sh and that pronunciation is the real key to understanding. We learn reading and writing, a little grammar, but speaking and listening are almost zero in most schools. Yes, they are written in the books, but the teachers rarely practice them. So what happens? Students finish school knowing hundreds of words, but they can't say simple things like, "Roll down the window, please." Roll down the window, please. Button your shirt. Button your shirt. Hang your coat on the wall. Hang your coat on the wall. Zip. Zip your jacket. Zip. Zip your jacket. Roll up your sleeves. Roll up your sleeves. And that's the sad part. Because they don't learn real English. They learn school English. But the good news is you can change that. You can relearn English the real way. Start small. Start with the English of your life. The English you can see, touch, and feel every day. Now, let's talk about 3 simple tips that can really help you fix this problem and start speaking real English. The English of life. Let's start with the first and most powerful tip. Learn from your daily life. Don't just learn English from books, learn it from your real day. Look around you. What do you do every morning? You wake up, stretch, wash your face, brush your teeth, make your bed, drink coffee. Now ask yourself, how do I say this in English? That's how you learn real language. The English that people use every single day. So every day, choose 5 simple actions and learn how to say them in English. Write them, repeat them, and use them. Use your morning routine as a mini lesson. When you wake up, describe what you're doing in English. Say it out loud or whisper it to yourself. Let's try it together. Repeat after me, nice and slow. I open my eyes. I open my eyes. Repeat. I stretch my arms. I stretch my arms. Repeat. I make my bed. I make my bed. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth. I pour some coffee. I pour some coffee. I check my phone. I check my phone. At home. Describe your world. When you're at home, look around and describe what you see or do. Repeat after me, slowly and out loud. Put on. Put on your jacket. Put on your jacket. Take off. Take off your shoes. Take off your shoes. Turn off. Turn off the light, please. Turn off the light, please. Turn on. Turn on the TV. Turn on the TV. Switch off. Switch off your phone. Switch off your phone. Switch on. Switch on the fan. Switch on the fan. Comb. Comb your hair. Comb your hair. Unzip. Unzip your bag. Unzip your bag. Stir. Stir the soup with a spoon. Stir the soup with a spoon. Pour. Pour some water into the glass. Pour some water into the glass. Bite. Don't bite your nails. Don't bite your nails. Sweep. Sweep the floor, please. Sweep the floor, please. Mop. Mop the floor after sweeping. Mop the floor after sweeping. Now, this is not textbook English. This is real, living English. Mini challenge for today. Take your phone and record a 30-second video describing your day in English. For example, I'm cooking breakfast. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I'm watching my favorite show. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak and repeat. That's how your brain connects English with your life. So remember, your daily life is full of English. Use it. Live it. Speak it. And shadow it every single day. That's how you build real English. The kind that feels natural and confident. Tip 2. Shadow real speech, not just reading. Now, let's move to tip number 2. If you really want to sound natural and confident, you need to shadow real English. Not just read from a book. What does that mean? It means you should listen and repeat. Copy the rhythm, the sound, and the feeling of English speech. When you shadow, you don't just learn words. You learn how people really speak. In school, you learn sentences like, I would like to order a cup of coffee. But in real life, people say, can I get a coffee? Or, I'll have a coffee, please. See the difference? Both are correct, but one is real, natural, and alive. Now it's your turn. Repeat after me, nice and slow. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got it. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. You're kidding. You're kidding. No way. No way. Sounds good. Sounds good. These small expressions are real English. They make you sound like someone who actually lives the language, not someone who just studies it. Here's a small challenge for you today. Find 1 minute of a YouTube video or your favorite podcast. Play it, listen, then shadow it 3 times. It could be someone cooking, traveling, or just talking about their day. The topic doesn't matter. What matters is that it's real speech, not a scripted lesson. So remember, shadowing is not about repeating words. It's about feeling the sound. When you shadow real people, you start to feel English in your body, in your mouth, and in your mind. And that's when your confidence starts to grow. Tip number 3. Think in English about real things. Now, let's move to our last tip. And this one is life-changing. Tip number 3. Think in English about real things. Why this is so important? Most learners can read English. They can write English. But when it's time to speak, they freeze. Their brain says, "Wait, I need to translate first." That's the problem. They're still thinking in their first language. If you want to speak easily, you have to train your brain to think in English directly. Start with simple thoughts. You don't need to think about big topics like global warming or success. Start small. Think about what's around you. Your real life, your actions, your feelings. Let's do it together. Repeat after me slowly. Knock. Knock on the door. Knock on the door. Fry. Fry the eggs in the pan. Fry the eggs in the pan. Vacuum. Vacuum the living room. Vacuum the living room. Dust. Dust the shelves. Dust the shelves. Sew. Sew the button on your shirt. Sew the button on your shirt. Taste. Taste the soup before serving. Taste the soup before serving. Sip. Sip your tea slowly. Prepare. Prepare your bag for school. Prepare your bag for school. Shave. Shave your face carefully. Shave your face carefully. Dress. Dress quickly, we're late. Dress quickly, we're late. Pack. Your clothes for the trip. Bake. Your clothes for the trip. Bake. Bake. Bake a cake for your friends. Bake a cake for your friends. Flip. Flip the pancake carefully. Flip the pancake carefully. Boil. Boil the water for tea. Insert. Insert the card into the machine. Insert the card into the machine. That's enough for today. See you in the next episode. Bye.